CRUCIBLE here, back again with another video, and it's about that time. Season ended, everybody's starting to figure out new defenses and stuff. You got to try to figure them out, and yeah, this one's going to be a rough one this time, because, well, got some new rooms, and they're kind of all over the place, which is okay. But what we're really looking at right now for the rooms here, for 6 brand new rooms, are room 1, which could be very, very simplistic. You probably want to throw throwaway teams here, but any teams that have some sustain, that can live, that can go with it. Infinity Watch, probably Black Order. You could try Spider Society because they're interestingly a pain in the ass, but it depends on if they all get vulnerable for it. Cabal might be using this room a lot to put vulnerable on there, but if they survive, well, they clear the vulnerable and then heal themselves up for each vulnerable remove, so it could be relatively fun to go against. The bleed room, obviously, we've seen inside of the actual CC tournament for the envoys that marks for money were ridiculous here. They were just non-stop crazy. And yes, there was a bug with Wolverine, no big deal, with the whiskey dick, but, well, you can still use them anyway. I'm throwing Robbie in here too because why the hell not? Let them get defense up all the time, so that way it kind of gives them some more sustain when giving that, because, you know, with bleed you get 5% damage, so you want them to get bleed, but then you don't. But the defense helps out there, so that's pretty okay. Room 3, if they have exposed. Now, you could use anybody with exposed in here, which is like Vol, Sus, Nightcrawler. And you could put them in there to give the exposed, and then they perform. Basically, it's an ISO attack, literally. But I'm only going to throw in a couple of them in there. You might want to throw Dorm in there to help out. So Extreme would probably work well here with Nightcrawler. You could put Vol in there too, or you can just keep it with, like, you know, Dorm Extreme and see if that trips people up. Because if they get that exposed and they do another basic attack, especially if Nightcrawler is pretty huge, he can do some devastating damage. So please look out for that. It's not going to be fun to go against a huge Nightcrawler here. Defense and offense. On turn, clear all negative effects. On turn end, gain defense down, offense down, slow and disruptive. This is going to be detrimental to a lot of characters, mainly because they won't have immunity. If you got immunity, it will help out and give you that sustain. But once they take a turn, yeah, they're getting it. They're getting that defense down, offense down, slow and disrupted, and it can mess up a lot of teams on offense. So Infinity Watch would probably slot well here because they get the immunity. And you could use, you know, Superior 6 against them and strip that stuff off of them with Mysterio and Vulture, but it depends on where you need to use them elsewhere if you have to. But Infinity Watch would be a good slot here. Any teams that could go ahead and that can give immunity right when they take their turn would be perfect for this room, so look out for that. The beautiful one here is villain characters on spawn gain revive ones. Now, yes, any characters, you could probably use Black Cat against this, and you could put her in the room, or you could leave her on offense and then strip those revive onces, you know, once they get in there. But having that revive once could be a pain. It could be a huge pain. So that gives them a lot of sustain. If it's still there, they come back, boom, done. So you don't need to use Dorm in here. You could use Vol to help out because that's basically a revive for at least a couple of the characters, but reviving at 50% max health is going to be fun. And this room here, this is going to be a nutty room. After using an ultimate ability, spread all positive effects to allies, and they cost 2 ability less. So any character that's huge on there, so like Sus, Black Knight, you can use Rogue, Gambit, all those positive effects get spread to adjacent allies, which is great. You want to do that, but it could be hurtful if you don't go fast enough. So you want to spread those positive effects right away. And, you know, like any character that's using that, so Rogue, Gambit, Rogue does a nasty stun on turn 1. Vulture reduces turn meter. Emma can blind somebody right away. Sus is doing his ult, which does a mad amount of damage. So all that, you want to make sure that you might want to use them. You might want to put them on defense, or you might want to do it on offense. It's up to you. But this room is going to be much more fun because of the positive effects being spread to adjacent allies. So you want to, whoever you know is going to go first, make sure that they're not in the corner. Usually for the corner, ones, you want to make sure that you just they don't push out as many effects as possible, but you know, you could, it depends on what your lineup is. So have fun this season. This looks like we did get dropped down some points, so it's going to be a little messy, but hey, this is a new season here, a lot more theory crafting we could do with that, especially with the bleeds. They're not specifically saying use this team here, use this team there, so you got a few more options to do. But hey man, like, share, subscribe, don't forget to do that. And let me know what we're doing down in the video in the comments, man. But DKG here, rolling out.